back to the video, everyone, and today we will learn about the Firebase Firestore. Okay, so let's get started. So let me show you a few things before getting started. Okay, so in Firebase, as you can see, we have lots of functionalities to go and check. Like you have authentication. We already are using to store data. We have the Firestore database, and this one more real-time database. This third one storage. Though this storage or storage bucket is also for use for mostly cases of storing images, videos, PDFs, like binary files we can store in this kind of storage. Okay, like mostly let's say that we have a I have prepared this file. So let's say we have user DP. So you can store the user DP inside the storage. So that's the kind. And when you are fetching the data from the storage, it will be quite faster, and you will get like a faster response compared to other databases. Okay. So now the case comes in. Let's just say we want to store to-dos, since we are creating a to-do with the help of Firebase. So this is a to-dos. Okay. So how can we store? We have two ways. Either you choose the Firestore database, or either you choose the real-time database. Okay. So there's a big difference. So real-time database is mostly used when we have a live data, like more real-time data. So whenever do someone chatting to you, then you want to see real-time data, not a single delay. Okay, maybe few millisecond, but not more than 5 second, 10 second. Okay, that's not we can accept. Meanwhile, we have Firebase database that's modernly most recommended for storing JSON database. Okay, so in our scenario, since C, we have a reactive database. I have called reactive data. Why we are calling reactive data? So there are two concepts, non-reactive and reactive. Reactive means something changes, we should update the data, or we should update the layout or widgets. See, let's say that there is nothing, no to do's here. When we add in our app one to do, so this change will reflect in the Firebase store or say Firestore. Then also it gets reflected to in here. Like first we are adding data, it will go from the app to the Firebase, and then from the Firebase to hit here. That's why we call it reactive data. Okay, so in our whole app there is two things are reactive. One, this list of to-dos, reactive, because whenever you do something, Firebase store or Firebase will store the data and give it to us. Similarly, we have this user login. So whenever we logged in, we get the user DP. Whenever we logged out, we get to move to the our sign in or sign up page. Okay, so that's the main logic. It's called reactive data. And so why I am now today telling you about the reactive data, because the concept. So we have a good picture. I taken help of the AI to make this good one. Okay, so let us see. So we have need to understand Flutter streams. Though this topic quite big, I will try to very small, and I hope with this I can explain to you. Okay, so streams. What is a stream? So in previous video we have used a feature functions. Okay, so feature function and streams are the two part, or say one coin two side. Okay, so like previously we have used the feature functions. Means feature functions are used when you're getting a one-shot data. That means you are using some API. Just say last time we used this JSON placeholder. Okay, sorry for that, JSON placeholder, this one API. So why we use it for mock data, like we were about to learn, we used it for learning purpose only, to get data set from my API. Like say we are hitting this point, and we knew that after hitting this point or hitting this endpoint URL, we will getting a one shot data. Means if you run this thing, you will get this kind of data. This is called one shot. Means whenever you're hitting certain API and you getting all data in one go, that's called one shot. Meanwhile, if you have that kind of data, that whenever somebody changes this in their app, this change get reflected in the Firestore database, then also it will reflect to all other devices that are currently accessing or using our app. So this pipeline it called stream. Why it's useful? Why we can't use future functions? Because future functions can only return you result in one time. Meanwhile, this stream, or I say the stream, Flutter streams, can get us continuously a stream of data in our app. Like whenever something changes in database, it also changes in our app. So that's a way of understanding how will everything work out. Okay, so now let me give you a few things to tell you that. Okay, so there's a very big point I forgot before. What? Let's say there's a Firebase option a dot, and there's a this IML file. So these files are not supposed to be like put it on the GitHub, because these are your private files, or say these are the API ID, or say your private ID that you are using for development, but it should not be available to everyone. So make it a git ignore file and copy this all kind of thing, like this is the file, this should not be uploaded on where, on the where should be on the GitHub. Okay, so you should not be uploading these primarily these most files you should not upload, because these are the Firebase API IDs. So if you're uploading, Google will warn you, may stop your database completely, like restrict your database access, because you are sharing it your private ID to the like everyone publicly. Okay, so do not do it. If you have done like seeing me, I also did this, so I removed my previous registrations. I registered again the whole thing. Then I created a git file. Inside of this, I defined this kind of list. Okay, these files also don't be uploaded on the GitHub. Again, telling you that. Okay, so now we were working with like, oh yeah, there's one more point. I got error after that. See, we have created a asynchronous point of main function, since we were initializing Firebase. Okay, like before our app they start, it should initialize our Firebase app. So you should await, like wait till the Firebase gives a result, like yeah, we are ready now, you can start your app, like that. Okay, so we made few changes after we done our video. So there was a two main pointers, one about the stream and reactive data. Third, you should not be uploading the Firebase option file and our this IML file. You should not upload this. If you're uploading, Google will mail you on your registered ID and telling what you have mistakenly, inadvertently uploaded your Gmail, or say Flutter API ID. Okay. Now going with this. Okay. So now we are going to create some files, such as for the, let's say we have already prepared a view, so no issues for us. We need a service, we need a controller. Okay. Okay. So in here, if I create a service, new file, how I will say to do service. So this to do service will interact with our with our the database. Oh yeah, before doing anything at all, I need to show you. Let's say we are only beginning with the Firestore database. Click on here. I will say create database. It may take some time. Okay. So now, how will you get? Let's get started with the basic things. So standard things fine for us, because we are not going for the enterprise version. Okay. Yeah, before written here, you can see that it's, you can set it for one time only, like which location you want. For now, we going with defaults. Okay. So now there's a two thing, like Firebase want to ask from us that how do you want to database right now. So you can do it like, say somebody has some documents already in there. Let's say you are production mode, you are test mode. If I am doing test mode, we do not have much rules. It only says that you will have this database for 30 days. For next 30 days, there are no rules. We are in test mode. So even the data gets lost, deleted, they will not care about it. Or say Firebase will not care about this. After we need to define some rules like these, say. So in this, we are saying that service cloud.firestore. So whoever database startup any database, okay, and documents such as man document, so allow read and write if false. So like we are only saying you can read the data but cannot delete the data, or I'm saying you can only read, cannot perform other operations such as delete and update and all. Okay, so for now we are testing, so I will test in period. I will say create. Okay, it's not creating. Okay, so it will take some time. Till then, let's write our logics. So we have to do service. We have this to do controller dot dot. If I am not thinking wrong, then I need to create one model folder. Model folder, inside a model, we will create a to do. Okay, class to do. Inside of there, we will take. Okay, this may work for this. What to say? ID. We don't need ID. We need only title and the task string title, and we need to put final in here, final string title. Why we are putting final? Because once it get allowed, we should not be changed. And description, nice. Okay, click on here. I hope it's fine for us. Yep, nice. So we are done with this file. Now it's done. Yeah, it's not done. Okay, so we are getting a blank Firestore. It's in there. Whenever we doing something storing in there, it will automatically tell us. Okay. Okay, nice. So we are done with here. Now let's start the service. Coming down here, I say class to do service. Okay. So now for here, I need to perform something. So let's say we need to like add to dos. Okay, get to dos. Then up for now be not operating for this and remove to do and update if possible. You can update this one, no issue for us. Okay. So final. So I will say final Firebase Firestore. Okay, this line. So what is do? We are just getting the Firebase instance, or I say just say Firebase Firestore instance. Okay, and now we need to import this one. So I will say okay. Now it's this. Let me just off my this thing. It's making too fast. I'm not showing that we are using some AI. It's very we can use like make faster work, but still we should not be depending upon that much. Okay, and I say there is one more final collection, and how you want to say? I will say to dos. Okay. Okay, nice. Now before like so, I will make first say the add. How to add? So I say future. Okay. Yeah, we want to get one more reactive data. How will get reactive data? So get already has something called Rx reactive data. Okay. I will say Rx list. Let it be like this. For now, let it be like this. We are not doing all this one. Okay. So I will say let's say create some future. Because one we are pushing for one shot only, so that's why future. And for now, void. Yep. Void because we relation to us to add to dos. Are you getting? We are just getting one string data. Okay, or I say we are getting just a model of to do. So to do, and I say once again to do to do. Okay, since the future we need to put to be async in here. Now try and then catch e catch Firebase injection accept. Yeah, we accept also. Let's do for normal one. Okay, no issue for me. We are going for normal. Why this thing goes Firebase injection. Just it will give us the noise response. Okay, what is happening? Okay, saying we and we got nothing. So why are you expecting a that? Yeah, it's right. Okay, so I will say Firebase instance dot collection. Which collection? So I will say collection path. So I will change the variable to collection path. Okay. Now I will say dot add how. So I will just say like this. So I will say to do and description. So let me just like this one normally. In here, I will just say like this. How? So I will say this is a title. Title will be like this, to do. Sorry, I need to wrap in there. So to do colon and to do dot title. Next, I will say one more description, to do dot description. Okay. So as we can also tell that how it's going to be. Mm, if I'm not wrong, string. So now it's telling this कि whatever data you're getting, it always in a form of string and string. So it's a map. I forgot to tell you, it's a map. So the map, like key value pair. Okay. So one thing is done. And now we can tell this how we handling the error. So I will just say get dot snack bar, get dot snack bar title error उसके बाद e dot message. You have to string and semicolon. Okay, nice. Now we are getting to do. So how we say? I will say stream. Now it's a stream time. Stream. You will what you get? You will get a list of to dos. So get to dos. We are not setting any parameter. Okay. And now return. I will say Firestore instance dot collection path. So we'll just name it down like this. Then dot get dot the method, which one method is called dot document dot doc dot. This is one more thing, collection. So you already got collection rep, right? So now if I am not wrong, we can do like this. Okay. So in here, yeah, rather than showing snack bar here, we can handle this one in our controller. Rather than we just throw right here, we throw what error dollar $e and semicolon. Okay, just like this. Now in here, I will say, here also I will not be telling like this. Okay, we can just say we will get a query snapshot. This one. Okay, like we will get a query snapshot. So collection dot order by. Okay, so I will say order by created at and okay. Why is string so much error? Yes, sometimes it's so too much error. So I will say created at. I haven't created this field for now. Yeah, right. Descending true, and then dot build something like this. Dot query stop. Stop. Since we are sending query snapshot, we can call it just snapshot and semicolon. We can put in F. Nice, nice. Yeah. So we got this one and this one. Okay. So removing means deleting. Similarly, we can do for delete also. Copy this whole thing and Control C and just come in here. I say Control V. I just say delete to do. Delete to do's. And here we are just referring an ID. So I say string ID. Rather than adding one, I will say delete one dot doc ID. Okay, semicolon. What do you want perform? I want perform delete. Just this, okay? Delete one also. We can also do this update thing here, like similarly, like same is all thing is same once you get the hang of it. Update. Okay. Sorry for that. So I'll say update to do. Yeah, be careful about the like that the identifiers name or function names. It should be meaningful. Okay, so update ID we just want to update this one. So I will say let's delete this. I will say update. Okay, in here I will copy the same thing from top ever. Yeah, why not create while we are in here? We create this. I forgot to create this parameter or this field. It's so time timestamp from let it be dynamic after all. So maybe we can say let it be dynamic. We are not defining any pattern. Okay, okay. Done till now done. So update, yeah, we are going to copy this one, all thing. Copy this in here till now. This is our data set we want to push. Similarly, we can put in here. Yeah, we don't have to do, so we will getting to do also. Okay, now it's done. So rather than saying created app, you say updated app. I will remove this. Just click right click in here. We say yeah, remove or unused imports. Nice, nice. So we have get, remove, to do, update. See, service responsible for having the basic functionality and that connected to our database. Okay, and now jumps to the this controller part. Now in here we just connect our code with the like just get a service to the controller. Okay, in here I will say space in control and to do controller. Okay, in here we need one first of all one thing. I will say rx. Okay, I will say list of to-dos. I say to-dos list equal rx. I will say to-do null. So in here we need to define those field also because we are getting this one. So final, first of all, look at top above one. We have a final string ID. Okay, we are not supposed to give the ID, so I can say this will be null. One thing is done, and also there's a one more final string updated at. Or this also can be null, so I will say this one, and there's one more created at. Okay, like this. I can say these are also can be null. Okay, so okay, what to say? Oh, no, don't not put a final. Okay, fine for me. I should not put in final because saying na if you're not putting final, then what's the point of making it? Because you're putting this null quoted. It can be null, so why is input it final? Because if the data is changing, you're not putting that switch mark or say you're informing that it could be null. Okay, one. Now I will say extend get controller. Okay, so whenever we extending to the get as controller, we get methods. Previously, let me show you what we got from there. So in here, as you can see, okay, so first we need to make an object of our service. Then we can have this on bind method we haven't used in here. Okay, Moses. In here we will using this. Okay, so how to use this? I will say on bind on init. See this one on init. You can say we have implementation operating in here. Control K and F. Okay, so I will say to do list dot bind stream. Okay, and we haven't made the like we haven't still made this stream yet like a service. Okay, so let's make this. So I will say to do to do service is equal to I will say underscore for because it's private for us, and I will say make object to the service and semicolon. Yeah, we can make it final also if that was wanted. Okay, so I will come in down here. We will say if I come in here, we will get this to do service dot. Okay, so let's see what it's doing. So you say get to do's map inside everything. We have a query. Okay, it's written doc.map without this and description to list. Nice. We haven't got the query yet, so I will come in down there. I will remove this thing and then query snapshot. Okay, this one. Why we have defined the ID correct? Why it's saying we haven't defined the ID correct? String ID, yes, it is there. To do ID is ID. Okay, we need to make up one more parameter of all. We haven't made this parameter yet. So I select them all. I hope we get a something function called we haven't. I was thinking it may give us like it is informing this you haven't created a parameter that may utilize these thing. Okay, so I will say no issues. In the end, I will say nice. Now it's angry. Yep, sometimes it get angry or I don't want to write that much. Okay, we need to manually. What's saying? Saying this the name constructor. Sorry for that. The name constructor is already defined. Try giving the constructor dot name. Okay, to do dot from JSON. Okay, correct. From JSON. So we got some constructor method right now. Come in here. We say dot from JSON. So what I did, I just created another like this is automatically created like say a name constructor like it's known that he's a part of this. For now, whenever we call him with the help of this naming, so it will call specifically this method. Okay, so different way of working in our that we are done with this. We getting all of it. This is very tricky part. If you know if you type like this, you will get definitely you will stuck at this point because see we getting a query inside their doc, then we are mapping for each doc. We converting this into the format of JSON like into this our object format, and then we converting into the list. Okay, this is very tricky. Sometimes I get myself. Nah. So I will say add to dos, then again delete to dos, then again uh, delete to do and get to dos. We are already getting the we don't need to get to dos anyway. Okay, add to do, delete to do. For now, let's go with this. Okay, so I will say, yep, my is not active in full power, so I miscounted a little bit. I will say future, we have future white, we are not getting anything at all, and add to do's. Okay, and here is a to do, the to do, and downstairs like this. Become future is this async for async, make it async. Now we have a to do service dot add to do's and what you just give this one to do. Okay, a single to do. Now see how much small is this? We are adding is logic. Okay, that's the logic. And we also can what we can do. We just can create because this build can through and I have just create one. Try. Okay, we're writing this thing and can't e for error. I'm saying get dot snack bar. Title will be the error and message will be e dot message in dot to string. Yep, correct. Similarly for the lead one, we say future void delete to do. This coding is quite looks good, but at a certain point you will say what we are doing any. So right now we have this MVC architecture. We are working with this. We are defining. See, if we're doing all the code in one place, you have a lot of code ongoing. You can forget. You may have not got the idea of what we're doing anymore. Now, right now, we just defining things and doing all in one place. If we not know, that's why we sometimes need to separate, or it's a must now that you separate your logic. And I say to do dot id. Why can just say we're getting some id only? Why making it so much pass? See, if you know that you are getting an id only, so why to pass a whole thing? Okay, so we are now have this thing. Now we can jump to our home page. That's how we left it in there. Okay, now you can see we have this whole thing here. Previously, we created an auth controller. Similarly, we need to do this. For now, go in your with this main dot file. We need to give it one more state. We have one more state. Okay, so we have this. Let me create one more. To get dot put, and I say to do controller. So now I think you got the idea. This one is for the auth controller and for the to do controller, like for the states of the to do and for the state of the auth. So let me close this one. We're now getting data also, and now we can clear lots of things in here. Okay. So rather than creating a scaffold, I will just wrap it in a safe area. It's a cool widget. It will not some. Let's say my phone has a notch display. So how can you do this? So we rather than be doing this now, we just need to see. Okay. So now I will say padding. Okay. So let's set all. I say padding of 4. Child. Okay. And I will say OBX. This is from the get also. It's the observables. So rather than using stream builder, I will be using this one. So this is quite faster. Okay. And here we just pass a function return list view dot builder. In here we will be just doing a build context. Build context and the index, and downstairs in here we just say return what list style. Or let me just see the placeholder what we have been to pass. Oh, okay. And this one right now. This let me just go to lab. Now what is saying? OB is happy for now. You say item value is required. There is no item builder. What is item builder anyway? I did pass it. So okay. Yeah, my bad. Okay, I'm trying to listen to you for you. Yeah. So item builder, na item builder. This one concept, and now it's looks good. Okay. So this is not complete yet. I need to use complete things. So I'll just make some spacings. One space and this one here. Two space. Okay, not clean. Making logic clean up. So that's all be right now. Okay. So first of all, let's create one more state. Final. Now see how much clean could be on tool state. What do you want to? I want to say get dot find whom to find. You can find anything, but for now, just get me the my to do controller. We want to get the data set of to do controller. Okay, and now we are observing anyway. So coming down there, in here, what to say, I want to have yeah, in here, just now in here. So finding is a great thing, na? Item count, how much item count you have. So I will say I have this to do state dot. Okay, so where it is this is to do list. This, so I need to call tools list dot value and dot length. Now we are getting access to the correct object. Okay. Similarly, now we have this. I am remove this one. I will say there's a list style thingy. It looks nice. We have a title. So how are we supposed to get a title? So let's say we are getting an object. We are getting an object. Okay. So let me get in here. To do, then to do equal. Once again, to do state. We are doing lots of digging. I will just reduce it to something else. To do dot value dot get index, and this one done. Okay, so now we're getting an object. Now it's quite easy for us, and clean title we have, and yep, what happened? Okay, sorry. If we not use too many things, yeah, it's saying that you can't add a string to a widget type, so you need to put a widget. So I'll say, yeah, take this. I have subtitle. This has come down. It's quite good widget. Personal favorite of mine. To dot, and what's this description? Most of the things are done. Let me just give you one more thing. Okay, so this is now done. In scaffold, before scaffold done. Okay, so I remove the spacing and this scaffold. I will say floating action button we need. This is a floating action button we need. I say on press. This is something we do. It's either adding logic. I will say icon. What is this icon? Do we have something icon? How this works? Child. It's a child visit. I say icon button. Icon button. How you want? No, just icon and icons dot add. See, you can see the splash icon in it. Nice. Just comment down there. For now, I will treat it as a async button. Okay. In here, I used to create a way of adding things in out. How to do? Let us create me a dialog box. So function void dialog box. Okay. In here, so this is the work for us. Isn't it too much? Let's do this. Okay, it's now getting this. So we're going to do one more thing. So we'll say controllers for edit for forward for text field. Okay, so text editing and title controller. We need one only one. We are doing from the one. You're not making confusing anyway. So I will just say, oh sorry. In here, current this GT, and in this one, what it says. Can we get this like without doing anything? Not all text context. We're not getting. I thought we may get context. What saying that? Build context. Now it's done, I think. Yep. And for now, here, as you can see, I will just do this. Okay, and see, hey, we have both values. Correct. We are not wrong. So on change title, do I need this? Do I need this on change? We are not. So where is that will coming from? That can I do this controller in here? It's controller and data controller. Let me just do this anyway. Why not create? We have this much data. Copy, and I said this one is title and this one is description. Description. Coming down there, I just get this done. Title controller. Title controller. I have to remove this whole thing. We don't need it. Let it be. I don't know why they put it. So if you are getting down and what's the reason of this, so I can get this done. Okay, and I will say dot add to do. So right now it just not take like this. I knew beforehand. So I will say to do's. I need to make a to do object. Okay, so this gets done. Our things are done, and we just need to call this method where in our this button. Right now it's done most I think, but done. It's this one is quite big. We may reduce it next time. So for now, let me reduce one. Okay, so let me just coming down here. Okay, I think we are doing so much work in here. Okay, I will come down. So let's log in our data. devang.gmail.com. I have created this one account correct. So Dev, we are logged in. Correct. We are now logged in. I will remove this thing first. Let it be. Let's create. Let's see how much this to do there. Let's say hi first. We are doing. We have created it. See how more reactive can we? We just got it out, put it in here. If I'm not wrong, let me become this place and where Firebase database. If I were to refresh one, where to refresh? It don't get refresh. I need to refresh manually. Usually it's get automatically. Maybe I think I have opened too much for a long time. This thing. Okay, so you can see this. We have to do like the one I just wanted, and we have this thing. So it is how can be a little bit quite good. So now, for some sake of the UI, we need to make a little bit difference in here. Okay. So where this our get material lab, I will say in here. So check value false. Now it's done. Now it's good. We can make it even better if you want, like few adjustments. So now if we jump a little bit down, let me hide this code. Yes, very chunk of a code. We reduce this one in upcoming video if we are on it. Okay, so where to go? I want this to be done in here. This list view builder. I will wrap this one in a tree. Let me just come in list style. I will come and wrap this in widget and it's called card one. Okay, in there I will say elevation 1. Anything else we have? Shadow color, so color dot gray. Nice. You just may use little change, but this little change affects a lot. So that's our Firestore with auth. So if somebody logs out right now, okay, so they can't see anything without getting logged in. So that's all about the like secure. We have made secure with the help of Firebase. See you in the next video. We will get a new app, a new concept,